Hey, what's going on again, everybody? Today is Tuesday. It is, it doesn't really matter what day it is. It's probably like, I don't know, December something. I don't know what today is. I think it's the 17th. Anyways, so, exciting news. So I found out yesterday, found out this little nifty Google Home thing. Pretty freaking cool. All right, I keep looking over here. Sorry about that. I need to remember you're right there. This is a Google Home Mini, and I found out so much more they can do. It can do, look, first off, when I open this box up, and there's gonna be more to this than just me talking about this Google Home Mini. I'm not a promoter for that, I promise. I get nothing for it. In fact, I'm not even putting a link now because I don't have a link. Anyways, so I'm just excited about this, but we'll move on a little bit. This thing, as soon as I opened it up, nifty little cards, man. All right, so this is a new way to introduce things. I like it. It's flashy. It's cool. It gets straight to the point. It says, hey, let's get started. All right, cool. Let's do it. And it tells you, hey, plug in. Tells you what to do. Instructions like that. Okay, whatever. And it moves on to another card. Well, actually, like a multiple open. This is more traditional, but hey, whatever. Boom. Freaking. I like it. Anyways, get to know your Google Home Mini. This thing, man, I'm gonna tell you straight up, it's pretty nifty. You can do so much with it. It asks you where it's at first off, which I don't know exactly, for those of you out there who are very conspiracy theorists, I guess you'd call it, okay, well, this is just like know locations of where it's at and check out that room and vice versa. Yeah, I'm kind of concerned about that too a little bit. But ask you what room you place it in, and it tells you things you can do with it, such as like, hey, turn on my TV. Hey, wake me up at 6 a.m. Hey, play. It's almost like an Alexa, ultimately, which is pretty cool. There's a lot that it can do. And it's touch. To turn the volume up, you touch the right side, turn it down, you touch the left side. But it's pretty nifty. I was excited about it. And, all right, enough of that. So the Google Home Mini was cool. Moving on. I wanted to talk today specifically on business. It's more of talking about how to be successful. There are days, yesterday was one of my days, to be honest. I did not want to do anything. I really did not. I wanted to lay in bed all day, and I laid in bed for a long time. I didn't feel like getting off my ass to do jack diddly squat. But ultimately, the work's not going to do itself. It's not. And everybody goes through these things. You just have to understand that it's normal. You're going to have those days, man, I'm not seeing success right now. I'm not getting any money from this, is wasting my time, blah, blah, blah. And it's only been a week or something of the sort. Don't give in to that. Keep pushing forward. Try it out. Give it a legit amount of time. I want you to, in order to be successful at something, you're not going to see results in a week typically. I've done all sorts of things from affiliated marketing, a lot of things based on marketing, affiliated marketing, drop shipping, things of that nature. And I've seen successes in them. I either broke even or made a little bit of money. It was all good. But I was one of the few that can say I made my first sales probably within the first few days. And not many people can do that. You have to know how to talk to people and everything of that nature. And there's a big learning curve. So just stick with whatever it is you're doing. Set up a blueprint, an orderly plan, okay? And it sounds tedious and it sounds like a pain in the butt, but think about it. If you're going to go and put something together, let's just say you're getting ready me for instance, I work on my car sometimes and I'll do things myself just because I like to learn the mechanics and stuff. I was replacing my brakes and I was following this YouTube channel, I don't remember what it was, but I was replacing my brakes and rotors and didn't really know the exact, off the top of my head, how to do it. So I followed it, watched the video. First I watched it full, and then that way I can get a grasp of everything I'm gonna need. Got everything put together in regards to tools and things I might need to help me out with the project. And I started doing it systematically, one step at a time. So the first thing I did, for example, was obviously, I watched him take out the tire and do all that stuff. And then there was a step I needed to do that I did not know. I was like, okay, cool. First I'm gonna do that step. That's it. So I paused the video, did that step. Okay, cool, job done. Move on to the next step. Pause the video, did that next step. It's the same concept, and I would not get to that finishing point, my goal, if I just tried to go straight through. I would have messed up somewhere. You're gonna mess up. I mean, my first time I did everything was never on anything was never perfect, like baking a cake. Oh my God, I will tear a cake up, both in regards to eating it and actually baking it. So, you know, you're gonna mess up in here and there, and you're gonna see these things get in your way. But continue following that systematic approach. Okay, here's step one. I gotta do this. Pause the video, pause the step. Make sure you get that done first. Move on to the next step. Okay, here's what I gotta do now. Move on to the next step. Okay, here's what I gotta do now. Do that. Move on to the next step. So forth and so forth. Before you know it, you look at the end result. Boom, you got it done. You did it. It might look like crap. It might not be where you want it to be. But you know what? You finished it. And you can see where you need to tweak things. You can see where, okay, so for example, marketing, like you did it, you set up the ad, you realized that the copy, you realize your click-through rate, your CTR is doing really good. For those of you who aren't into marketing or anything of that sort, there's something they call a click-through rate. So basically somebody stops on it and they click through your link. That's what that means. And you're seeing your click-through rate's not that good, but yet you followed the process step by step. What you're going to do then is go back and you're gonna look at your ad copy. Well, first you're gonna look at your image, for instance, because that's your biggest eye catcher ever. That's how you cause what they call a pattern interrupt. So you can look at your image. It's a good image, I like it. Okay, cool, everything's doing good here. All right, looks like it's really good. I got some opinions on it, asked some people about it, you know, what they thought about it. It stands out from the rest. I practiced scrolling through. Oh, okay, cool, yeah, it actually does stand out quite a bit. Cool, awesome. Next thing you're gonna look at is your ad copy, or the heading, I'm sorry. Okay, cool. This causes a little bit of a continuity or not curiosity effect, like a what the fuck factor is what I like to call a WTF factor effect. And okay, cool, that looks good. I can tweak that a little bit possibly if I want to, but we're gonna look at the rest of this, see what the biggest problem is. Okay, look at the ad copy. Yeah, I don't like the way this looks. So you finally narrowed down something you want to work on, and this is just to improve your click-through rate. Now you're gonna go back, you're gonna test it for a few days. Click-through rate might have gone up a little bit, might not have. Maybe it went down. If it went down, okay, so the old ad copy was apparently doing good. Key note, you do one thing at one time. You don't test all sorts of different things. You don't test the ad copy, then the headline, and change the pic all at the same time, because you're not gonna know what variable caused your CTR to go up or down. So create a system. Go step by step. This goes for everything. Even just getting the willpower to get up and do things. It makes life a hell of a lot easier. Like I said, I didn't want to get out of bed yesterday, but I knew what I had to do for the day to be successful. Like, okay, so I have to get on, check my email real quick. And I'm not talking about just check myself and see if anybody replied. I'm not talking about any of that mess. I'm talking about get on the emails and start looking at everything you've got to do for the day on there. Basically what I mean by that, okay, I have to email XYZ and send that out, send all these out. And I like to start off with the email particularly because when I'm outreaching and I do it with the email, I get it done easier, it's a lot faster, and it's straight to the point. It gives people the rest of the time to look at it throughout the business day. As opposed to if you do your email last and it's at the end of the business day, well then you gotta wait till the next day and it's getting buried underneath all the other junk they got between closing time and opening time again. So anyway, so I go from email, then I go online to do whatever I need to do online in regards to checking stats, seeing what happened here and there. And from there, you know, I'll start making some calls. Like, okay, you know, because usually at that point people are up and talking about making some phone calls, talking to people, prospecting, whatever I need to do. There's a system to everything you need to do in life. And I keep repeating all this. Sorry if it gets a little boring. It's like my second video to try to teach anything. And just the thing is, you don't quit. Just keep that systematic approach. Do it every day. See how well it does for you. And then step by step, tweak it. One thing at a time. And you'll see results coming. And this goes for anything. You don't even have to use it for business. Again, I was telling you yesterday, I'll talk a little about relationships. Apparently I give some good advice on that. So you're having a rough patch. You want to make it better, right? And what you need to do is take an overlook at your entire relationship. From the point you wake up to the point you go to bed. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing for them? What you want your spouse, you want your boyfriend, your girlfriend, you want them to feel more loved, for instance. Think about things that you're doing for them. What are you doing right when you wake up? Are you just getting out of bed and going to the kitchen, cooking some breakfast, and then, you know, going off to work? Or are you gonna go read? Or what are you doing? And if there is nothing involved in that relationship pertaining to starting off the day right with them, yeah, of course you're starting the day off wrong then. If your basic premise is to have a better relationship, start off, cook them some breakfast if you have time. If you don't have time, set a timer for coffee for them to wake up if they like coffee. That way when they wake up, it's like, oh, there's coffee here, awesome. And everybody, well, I'm not gonna say everybody, but I love the smell of coffee in the morning. Even if I'm not gonna drink it, I just love the smell of it. It's awesome. And maybe leave a note. Maybe you're not gonna see them for a while. Maybe they work nights and you work, you know, whenever you want to work. But and so you're gonna be busy the rest of the day, and then you go to bed by the time, you know, they're asleep. You go to bed by the time they're out and doing work and stuff. And so there's no process where you actually spend that quality of affectionate time with them. So leave them a note. Do something of that nature. Whatever you do. Then move forward and start. You've already made the note, you've already made the coffee, or you've done something of the sort, and send them a text message throughout the day, somewhere, some cute, a little meme, something just saying that you're thinking about them. And create a process off that. I guarantee you that'll boost your relationship. A lot, a hell of a lot. And this all starts with systems. Nobody likes to do systems. Nobody likes to talk about systems. It can go for anything, like I said. Holy crap. Or just for, if you're not in business or you're not in a relationship, you just want a more productive day, or you have hobbies you want to do, but you don't have the time in the world, and you know that you love anime and video games. Yeah, you know, newsflash, I love both of those. And and you know you get addicted to either or, so you'll end up binge watching it all day. And you're like, crap, I didn't do anything else that I wanted to do. Not necessarily that you needed to do, you just want to do other stuff. Again, systems. Set out time blocks. And again, this sounds retarded, but it will let you enjoy your day a hell of a lot better. And you'll feel like you're more versed in exploration of your life and figuring out things you love to do and enjoying and discovering new things even. Like for instance, like I won't let myself play more than an hour on a video game or watch more than an hour on anime a day. I mean, I won't, because I will do absolutely nothing and get sucked into it then. And that's my personal thing. So whatever your personal thing is, you know, go for it. If you like to read and you like video games and you like anime and you freaking want to go out and chill out with your neighbor next door and smoke a cigar or something, then putting a system in place and time blocks will allow you to do all this. So I'm going to give you a little kind of rough draft example of what I do for my day. And there's not going to be anything crazy in detail, but for instance, you know, I wake up and first thing I do. So me and my girl, we're like on distance. Like we're not with each other physically in a home. We're together. We're serious. We're doing our thing. But it so happens that we have a situation where she can't be located where I'm at, and vice versa. I can go to her, but I will get nothing done right now. So I'm using this time to focus on my business, things of that nature. First thing I do when I wake up, check my text messages first off. And I don't check it for anybody else. I don't care about anybody else and what they said at that point. All I care about is what she said, if she said anything, because she's usually going home at that point in time from work. And she works at a hospital, so they usually do shift change, like I said. So I'll check the text message, see if she said anything, reply back, and then I'll call her. And you don't have to do a text message if you don't want. Just call them if you want to get straight to the point. Sometimes I do that as well. And anyways, I call them. Get up, get some breakfast. I put a podcast on. That way, something educational, get some of my educational feels going, kind of get your brain going as well. And make me some breakfast, and I sit down and I just sit there and enjoy the podcast. I enjoy whatever it is I'm listening to. And I do my breakfast, and after that I start doing some work. I do work from anywhere from like 8 to 4, 8 to 6, or long time work, or even short time work. It just depends what you want to do. And in between that, I'll set a time block, you know, anywhere from like 11 to 1, and I'll go work out. I go because I love to work out. I'll go do that, and you know, I need to work on my cardio. I'm getting like a little chunk of work, whatever. So get done with work. You know, and periodically throughout the day, I'm texting her, you know, hi, you know, things like that, unless she's sleeping, because I don't want to wake her up, obviously. and then finish my day off. As long as I got everything done I needed to get done for work, I'll get on, chill out, watch an anime, play a game for an hour, one of the two, and I'll try to read for another hour after that. I don't try to read for more than an hour. You try, unless it's something you're super passionate about and you really that's your thing. You're like, I want to finish this book today. That's different. But if you're just trying to do multiple things and just kind of give a little bit here and there, this is a great approach to do. And just don't let yourself read for more than an hour if you're trying to do a lot of other things as well. Now, if that's your goal, like I said, then yeah, that by means you need to do that. Not to mention, like, if you try to do too much of anything and yet you have all sorts of other things you need to and want to do, you're gonna feel overwhelmed. Like, okay, I need to do 3 hours here of book reading. I need to do 3 hours here of like straight up outreach and prospecting and things like that. Okay, I need to do 5 hours on XYZ, and I'm learning how to build a funnel, so I need to do 8 hours here. You're gonna get so overwhelmed. You don't need to get everything done in one day. You really don't. You gotta think about this. Regardless of what happens, time's gonna pass. Time's just gonna pass no matter what. Tomorrow's coming, the next day's coming, and if you do a little bit here and there, it adds up and creates a huge snowball effect, if that makes any sense whatsoever. And before you know it, that big picture's like, whoa, it's awesome. Okay? So that's it. If you have any questions, just shoot me up. Don't shoot me up, please. Hit me up and see what I can answer. These will be improving. I'm narrowing down more of what I want to be talking about. Right now I'm just putting out some stuff that I think will be helpful, that helps me out a lot, especially for those of you beginning to start a business or anything of that nature and having to organize stuff. There's a big learning curve to it. It's not as easy as it comes. They don't teach this in school. So anyways, any questions, shoot me comments below. I have a few Instagrams that I don't really get too active on, but if you really want to go check them out, I will probably get back on them, and depending what you want. Because I used to do some relationship advice giving. I just post it out there for free and whatnot. One is on operationbestus. That's the Instagram name. And there's an operationbestme, which is where I did all my marketing, posting stuff per se, but which I still do the marketing, but I'm not as active on Instagram. I'm more involved with the messaging and clientele stuff of that nature. But however, if you want to get out and reach out and check them out, you can check out those two pages, operationbestme and operationbestus on Instagram. I had the same thing on Facebook. It's pretty much the same content, but what I'm furthering out later on is just teaching people how to do particular things, and if it's relationship based or if it's business based, that'll differentiate which one I'm going to be on and doing Facebook Lives on. If anybody's interested in that as well, just let me know again below, and I'll start creating like time slots where people can know when I'm going to be on Facebook Live to teach whatever it is, whether it's marketing, targeting, finding audience, prospecting, closing, so anything of that nature. Because with marketing comes sales. You've got to know how to close people. And if not know who, one of the two. And to me, they coincide, they go hand in hand, because the close starts at the very beginning of the marketing. You got to catch the fish with the right thing. That's about it. So, everybody have a great day. I will talk to you later.